Hello everyone, welcome to lecture number 4. So in lecture number 4, we will be doing 3 tasks. Task number 1, we'll be revising our second revision of lecture number 1, and the task number 2, we'll be doing our first revision of lecture number 3, and as well as we will be solving from question number 22 to question number 28. So this will be nearly 2 minutes. This will be again 2 minutes, and this will be the rest of the time. Now, what have we done in lecture number 1? In lecture number 1, we had one question which was of LCM and HCF. I hope you can recall. You did not see the workbook again. But yes, one question was of that 40 centimeter, 42 centimeter, and 45 centimeter, and the minimum distance that each should work so that all of them complete the same steps. It was a question of LCM HCF. The similar question came in lecture number 2 as well as in lecture number 3. And the other questions that of lecture number 1 were comparison type. I hope you can recall. Now what the necessary steps were done in comparison type. We first saw the question, what is the demand of the question. And after we see the demand of the question, we see from that lens all those statements and we align them according to the demand. And hence we can get the answer even if we don't know how to, even if without solving the question also, because we know what is required from the question. Got it? Now other questions of lecture number 3. In lecture number 3, we started with a question where A pays certain amount to B. Initial they had 100 rupees each. Then A paid certain amount to B, C paid certain amount to D, and B paid certain amount to D. At the end, we asked who contains the least amount or who was more richer than the other. In that was the question. And the other question, one question was wrong, which I told you to do it in set theory. Then was a multiplication type question where I solved the question to show you that okay, this was the question, ABC and deed wala question, where you need to obtain ABC and ABC, where we did it through the option method. Then another question was the marble based question, which was very easy, where we did some calculation to obtain the marble. There was a question repeated also, like the hobby type question. Certain group which was meeting after 2 days, certain group which meet after 3 days, 4 days, etc. Again, that came from the house of LCM and HCF. That was a question on the first day, which again came on the third day. There are question when bees landed on the nectar of the flower, nectar filled flowers. In that case question also, we did certain calculation through the option method and we completed day 3. Long story short, all those questions that we did till now contains question from LCM and HCF, similar pattern question, be it Bell's type question, be it alarm type question, be it after how many days they will meet together, be it after how many footsteps they need to take. This is one variety of question. The other variety question was a comparison type. There are certain blood relation question also. These are the questions and certain basic calculations. These are the questions till now. There are certain doubts regarding, so these questions were very easy. Do we need to continue such type of questions? I would suggest that the plan that I made was from 2011 to 2023. We didn't start from 2023 to 2011. So this level of difficulty is gradually increasing. Don't skip this question. These question forms your foundation for solving all these questions. Math question that came this year are not that difficult what you think. Because your base is weak, you are unable to identify the question. The words were just changed. The question remained the same. The solving part remained the same. So I would suggest just hold your nerves till the plan ends. Don't think much about how will this plan go, how will the question comes. This is not in our control. Don't think of what will happen on 9th of April. Don't think of what will happen on 26th of May. Just think about, okay, this is my plan today. I need to solve these questions and I need to see the video. This is your plan. That's it. Come again tomorrow. Repeat the same cycle. Complete till 9th of April when the schedule ends. And again, now then think where you stand. You will have another 1.5 months of time to think. Because there you will be in a position to think about what is your future steps. As of now, no need to think about what are the type of questions, what is the difficulty level. Just keep on solving, just make your strength analysis and just add what are the tricks that have been shared with you. Got it? Now let us proceed to today's lecture. Today's lecture we will be doing question number 22 to question number 28. Now here comes the first question of the day, that is 22. Let us read the question first. The question is the exact duration of each period. I hope you have got the perspective how to solve the question. First of all, I'll read this statement because what is the demand of the question? I should know what is the demand of the question. The demand of the question here is I need to find the exact duration of the each period. That means as of now, I haven't read the statements. What I can conclude this, there would be certain period based question and it might ask you what are these periods, each duration of the period. Got it? Now let us read the question. The class starts at 11 a.m. Very good. This will be the statement that is, this will be the fact that would be required 11 a.m. and last till 2:27 p.m. So till now, what you got? Okay, class begins at 11 a.m. and it lasts till 2:27 p.m. So can you get the total duration? I hope you can. The total duration would be 11. There would be a time at 12 also. 1 hour. 1 hour means 60 minutes. Now 12 to 2:27. It will be 2 hour 27. Yani 120 and then a 27. So you can calculate this. This will be 207 minutes. Is it clear? So 207 minutes is the total spread. Now 4 periods of equal duration are held during this interval. After every period. So how many periods would be there? There would be 4 periods. After every period, a rest of 5 minutes is given. So can I say there would be a period 1, there would be a 5 minutes break, there would be a period 2, there would be a 5 minutes break, there would be a period 3, another 5 minutes break, and a period 4 to end the class. So your spread goes like this: P1 5, P2 5, P3 5, again P4. This total duration must be equals to what? This total duration must be equals to 207. Now, can I say one of them would be the answer, obvious case? Now, if 50 is my answer, suppose, because you can observe one thing. Now, observe one thing. You will definitely get the answer, but I am giving you one perspective. 50 is one such case where the numbers are less than 50 and greater than 50. Clear? Now, let us find for 50 first. Now, if 50 is the answer, suppose 50 is the answer. 50, 50, 50, 50, 200, dimag mein calculation. Calculate this in your mind. 200, this will be 5, 5, 5. Then obviously 215 would be their answer. But the question here is up to 207. So obviously 50 cannot be the answer. Clear? Now if 50 cannot be the answer, can 51 be the answer? No. Can 53 be the answer? No. So that means all these numbers are eliminated. So what will be the answer for 48 minutes? That is without calculation. Got it? Or else, if you use the calculation method, what you're going to do is, since each period are of equal lengths, let it be x. So 4x plus 15 equals to 207. I hope you can solve to get the answer as x equals to 48. How? 192 divided by 4. Clear? Is it clear? So this would be the answer, 48 minutes. So A is your answer. Now let us proceed to the next question. In the next question, oh my God, this is such a big question. In exam hall, what I will do, in such cases, I won't attempt it right now. Suppose we have a 7 questions to be solved as of now. I won't waste my time to read this question first, because reading this question, even if it would be very easy also, I don't know whether it is easy or difficult. I will not read the question as of now. I will keep to the end. First, what I will do, your approach would be first solving those questions which are very easy to read and which are in your domain. Now, which are in your domain? All the strength weak analysis that you have done, all your strength, all your opportunities are in your domain. First solve those, then come to this question, even if it is one of the most easiest question also. So as of now, I will not do this question. I will keep this to my end, because spending certain amount of time in reading this question, I will lose doing certain other questions. So the opportunity cost here is quite high. Got it? Now let us wait and solve this question first. This seems very easy as of now. Let us solve this. This is the question number 3 of the day. In a class, there are 18 very tall boys. First of all, I'll read the question. What is the number of girls? That means I need to evaluate the number of girls. When the number of girls have been asked, let it be X. Clear? Now there are 18 very tall boys. 18 tall boys. If this constitute 3/4 of the boys, okay, that means 3/4 of X, the total number of boys, sorry, X is the number of girls that I have taken. Let it be Y equals to 18. So can I obtain Y? Y will be 18 into 4, that is 72 divided by 3, which will be 24. Clear? So total number of boys now here is 24. And the total number of boys is 2/3 of the total number of students. Read the statement very carefully. What is the statement? The total number of boys, okay, the total number of boys is equals to 2/3 of the total number of students. 2/3 of the total number of students. So how many boys? 24 equals to 2/3 of the students. So students will be 36. The number of students now is 36. Clear? So how many girls would be there? Obviously 36 minus 24, the answer would be 12. Very easy question, simple calculation based question. Clear? Now, coming to question number 4, a similar pattern question we have done. This is a repeat. I hope you can recall. This was done in the lecture number 1, where the conclusion A is older than B. Same question is a repeat question. We have already done this in lecture number 1. Clear? Now, let us go to the next question. Question number 5. Question number 5 is, first read the question. What is the number of trains needed in order to maintain the shuttle service? Now, if you might be confused with the word shuttle service means to maintain, to transport from one place to another. Okay, so there would be a continuity in transport. Now let us read the question. A daily train is to be introduced between A and B, starting from each end at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. Clear? Here it is A and here it is B. Now A will go to B, B will come to A. The journey begins at 6 a.m. and the journey is to be completed in 42 hours. That means A takes 1 day, that is 24 hours, plus till 42 hours. Got it? Till 42 hours. Now what is the total hours here? It is 18 hours more. 24 hours plus 18 hours. Clear? So it is 1 day, another 18 hours. Now what is the number of trains needed in order to maintain the shuttle service? Now in order to maintain a shuttle service, you need how many trains? 2 trains. Because one train will go 18 hours, 1 day and 18 hours. So there would be another train also to maintain the continuity. Because 2 trains if you have, you can maintain the continuity. That means each day you will having that shuttle service going on. So 2 trains required for A and 2 trains required for B. The total trains should be required is 4. Got it? That is the minimum number of trains required, or else you can have more than 4 also. Easy question, basic puzzle based question. Now coming to the question number 6. Now what is the question number 6 here? Okay, let us read the question first. The question is, how many steps does the ladder have? Okay, so that means I need to count the number of steps. A person is standing on the first step from the bottom of the ladder. Okay, this is the bottom of the ladder. Person is standing on the first step. This is the first step. This is the 0th step. This is the ground. Got it? The person is in the first step. If he has to climb 4 more steps to reach exactly the middle, and the person climbs 4 more steps, and this is the middle position. Clear? This is the middle positions. So how many steps are here? 4 steps. This is the middle position, which is 1 step. And the question is, how many steps the ladder have? The ladder will have 4 more steps here again. This is 4 plus 4 plus 1. Easy question. 4 plus 4 plus 4. 4 plus 1 plus 4. Yani how many steps? 9 steps. Clear? Diagram approach would be a very easy approach here. No tricks here, only 4 plus 1 plus 4. You need to know, okay, this is the middle position, 4 more steps again to the top. Clear? Okay, now let us go to the next question. This is the 7th question of the day. If R and S are different integers, both divisible by 5. Similar question are getting repeated again and again. This year also one such question came. Now let us understand. R and S are different integers, both are divisible by 5. Very good. Which one of this is not necessarily true? Now, when a question comes, a number is divisible by a certain number. When R is divisible by 5, the number would look like 5A or not? Any number you pick. Suppose a question will come, R is divisible by N. Write it as NP. Why? N is the number, P can be any integer given to the number. Now you pick 15. 15 can be represented as 5 into 3, which falls into this category. You write 25. 25 will be 5 into 5, which also falls into this category. You pick any number which is divisible by 5. It can be represented in this form, R equals to 5a. Similarly, S can be represented in which form? 5b, where A and B are what? A and B are integers. These are basics that you need to cover from your fundamental courses. Okay. Now, which of the following are not necessarily true? Let us check one by one. R minus S is divisible by 5. Now, let us do R minus S. R minus S is 5 times of A minus B. Obviously, since 5 is a factor, can I write it as 5C, where C is A minus B? Now, this is divisible by 5 also, because I have represented in terms of 5 into something. So, this is correct. The question is which is not necessarily true. R plus S is divisible by 10. Now, if you do R plus S, what will be it? It will be 5 times of A plus B. Can you say it is divisible by 10? Because I need a factor of 10 into something. Then only it is divisible by 10. But here, R plus S is 5 into A plus B. That means this can be only divisible by 10 if it can be represented in terms of 10 into A plus B or 10 into P. Clear? Now, how will that happen? If A plus B has a factor of 2, the 2 will come here, multiply with 5, give a 10 as a factor. Now, how I am sure that A plus B will have a factor of 2? It's not sure, because if A plus B can be represented as 3 plus 4, so it is not giving you a factor of 2. Now, that is not in our hand, right? Because you are choosing random numbers. A plus B can be anything. If A plus B has a factor of 2, then 2 will come and multiply with 5 to give you a factor of 10. Then only this statement will be correct. Now, such if then statements that indicates that this is not always true. That may be true, but that is not always true. So hence the question says, which is not necessarily true. So this is the correct answer, because this statement is not true. Clear? Because I have given you an example, right? Okay. When this case will be positive, when this case will be negative. This case will be positive if this sum is a multiple of 2. This case will be negative if this sum is not the multiple of 2. Yani, that means 5 into 3 plus 4. This will be 5 into, sorry, 3 plus 5. This will be 5 into 3 plus 4. Now see this sum. This sum is 8. This sum is 7. Now here, this is 8. This 8 can be represented as 2 into 4. This 2 comes, earlier there was a 5. This gets multiplied to give you a 10 as a factor. Hence this number is divisible by 10, because a 10 factor is present. But here, who will give 2 to this 5? This 5 won't get a support of 2 to make it a 10. Therefore, this statement is false if A plus B is not a multiple of 2. So it is not always correct. It can be correct, but not always. Now, we got the answer, but I want to draw your attention to these two statements also. Now, see the question. R into S is divisible by 25. Now, what will be R? 5A. What will be S? 5B. So, the number will be 25AB. Now, since 25 is a factor inherently present here, without any efforts of anyone, no one is giving that 25, or nobody is giving support to make it a 25. This is inherently present. So, aa hi gaya 25. Now, since it gave you a factor of 25, that means it will always be divisible by 25. Got it? So, these questions can be solved by this method. Or else, if you, what usually we do is we take values, but values cannot cover everything. But these general cases can cover everything. Got it? Now see, r square plus s square is divisible by 5. If you get inherently a value 5 as a factor, then it will be correct. Now what is r square? 25a. What is b? S square? 25b. Are you getting a 5 as a factor? Yes. This will be 5a plus 5b. So you got 5 as a factor. So this will be correct. Can I say this is also possible to be divisible by 25? Yes, because you got 25 as a factor. Clear? So I hope this question is clear. Mark this question as a very important question. Revise it multiple times. I will also revise this question again for you in the lecture itself, in the subsequent days, 2 times at least, but it's your part now to revise it at least 2 to 3 times again. Got it? So this is done. So this completes our paper for the day. But yes, we have left one question. Now we will go to that question. This should be your approach in the exam hall also. Do all those questions which are your strength. Such big questions which requires time to read it can be done at the end. Okay. No harm in leaving this question also, despite being it easy, because we have done three, four more questions also. Now let us read the question first. What is the total minimum time required by all the friends to cross the bridge? That means there would be few friends who would be crossing the bridge. We need to find the minimum time required. Now let us read the question. Four friends A, B, C, D need to cross a bridge. A maximum of two persons can cross it at a time. So maximum of how many persons? Two persons can cross it. It is night and they just have one lamp. Okay. Persons that cross the bridge must carry the lamp to find the way. A pair must work together. A pair must work together at the speed of the slower person. Obviously, or else the person who is working at a faster speed will go away, will carry the lamp, and the person who is working at a lesser speed than that will work in night without lamp. Got it? So the person must work together with the speed of the slower person. After crossing the bridge, the person having faster speed in the pair, the faster speed in the pair will return with the lamp each time to accompany another person. Okay. Now finally the lamp has to be returned at the original place, and the person who returns the lamp has to cross the bridge again without lamp. Now to cross the bridge, the time taken are, this is the most important part. You have understood the context of the statement, the context of the question. Now A requires 1 minute, B requires 2 minutes, C requires 7 minutes, D requires 10 minutes. Now pause the video, understand the question again, and again come and solve this question. Now see, first step, can A accompany with D? Because A goes as the faster pace and D goes at the slower pace. Now first A and D will go together. They start with A and D. A goes at 1 minute, D goes at 10 minutes. So the time taken would be 10 minutes. A will drop D here. Return A alone. Take 1 minute. A will be again here. Will take C and go again. The time taken now will be 7 minutes. Drop C here. Return 1 minute. Here A is now again with B. Will go for 2 minutes. Drop B. Return 1 minute. Drop the lamp here. Go again in 1 minute. This will be the total process where all friends cross the bridge. Clear? Now what is the total time? 10, 1, 11, 7, 18, 1, 19, 19 to 21, 21 to 23. So this is the minimum time that is required. Now what I did here is I considered the fastest one with the slowest one, again the fastest with the slowest, again the fastest with the slowest. Clear? This is the approach that you need to do because the question is total minimum time required. Let us first drop the slowest one, again return, and if you choose, okay, I will choose first B, what will happen? The question will be maximum. It won't give you a minimum time. You have to pick the slowest one because the faster one will return. Okay. So this is the fundamental approach to this question. I did it at the end because had I done in the first case, I might have taken more time in solving this question. So use your energy at the right pace, at the right time, at the right questions. Okay. So this is all for today. Again, I want you to revise this question again and again. If you have any doubt, you can leave a query there. I'll solve it in the next session. So till then, have a great day. Bye-bye. Take care, everyone. Jai Hind.